you're doing everything right, or at least you think you are. But what if your healthy choices are actually damaging your cardiovascular system every day? What if your well-intentioned efforts are silently pushing you closer to heart disease? In this video, we're exposing 7 seemingly healthy things that are secretly harming your heart, choices that might be setting you up for a cardiovascular disaster. Detox. Juice cleanses. Those trendy juice cleanses marketed as resetting your system seem like the ultimate health commitment. But the shocking reality? These regimens could be actively stressing your heart and setting you up for dangerous cardiac rhythm disturbances. The rapid calorie restriction creates the perfect storm for electrolyte imbalances, particularly potassium, magnesium, and sodium, which directly impact your heart's electrical system. Medical research has documented cases of dangerous arrhythmias triggered during cleansing diets. What's worse, the extreme restriction leads to loss of muscle tissue, including cardiac muscle. One study found that rapid weight loss through severe calorie restriction resulted in disproportionate loss of lean muscle compared to more moderate approaches. The massive sugar load from juice-only diets creates dramatic blood sugar spikes, followed by crashes, triggering stress hormones that increase blood pressure and heart rate. A typical day on a juice cleanse can deliver up to 80 grams of sugar, equivalent to drinking over 7 cans of cola spread throughout the day. Instead of juice cleanses, support your body's natural detoxification systems with consistent whole food nutrition, adequate hydration, and regular physical activity. Your liver and kidneys are already expert detoxifiers, they just need proper support, not extreme intervention. Heart-healthy vegetable oils. Industrial seed oils like soybean, corn, and canola are marketed as heart-healthy alternatives to traditional fats. But these heavily processed oils may be driving oxidative damage to your LDL cholesterol and promoting arterial inflammation. These oils are extremely high in omega-6 polyunsaturated fats. While we need some omega-6s, the typical modern diet provides 10 to 20 times more than our evolutionary intake. This creates a pro-inflammatory environment linked to increased cardiovascular disease. The problem worsens when these oils are heated. Their polyunsaturated structure makes them unstable at high temperatures, creating harmful compounds called aldehydes. Research shows these substances damage arterial walls and accelerate atherosclerosis. The solution? Choose extra virgin olive oil for most cooking. Its monounsaturated structure and natural antioxidants make it stable and protective. For high-heat cooking, avocado oil is a better choice. Your arteries will thank you for leaving the industrial seed oils on the shelf. Commercial, gluten-free products. The gluten-free label has become shorthand for healthy in many people's minds. The harsh reality? Many commercial gluten-free products are cardiovascular wrecking balls in disguise. When manufacturers remove gluten, they typically replace it with refined starches and extra sugars. Research shows these products often contain more sugar, fat, salt, and less fiber than their conventional counterparts. The perfect storm for raising triglycerides, lowering HDL, and creating dangerous LDL patterns. Studies have found that people without celiac disease who followed gluten-free diets showed negative changes in their gut microbiome associated with increased cardiovascular risk. If you need to avoid gluten for medical reasons, focus on naturally gluten-free whole foods rather than processed substitutes. If you don't have celiac disease or sensitivity, there's little evidence that avoiding gluten benefits your cardiovascular system at all. Diet sodas and artificial sweeteners. You ditched regular soda for the zero-calorie version, believing you've made a heart-smart switch. The unsettling truth? Diet beverages have been linked to increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and metabolic disorders despite containing 0 calories. A study following over 100,000 people found that those consuming artificially sweetened beverages had higher risks of heart disease than those who drank neither sugary nor artificially sweetened drinks. Research in the journal Stroke found that women consuming 2 or more artificially sweetened beverages daily had a 31% increased risk of stroke and a 29% increased risk of heart disease. How can zero-calorie sweeteners damage your heart? They alter your gut microbiome in ways that promote inflammation, interfere with metabolic signaling, and may damage the endothelial cells lining your blood vessels. Plain water remains the best choice for heart health. If you need flavor, try water infused with fruit rather than chemically sweetened beverages. Low-fat and fat-free dairy. You faithfully choose skim milk and fat-free yogurt, confident you're doing your heart a favor. The surprising evidence? Full-fat dairy may actually be better for your heart than reduced-fat versions. Multiple large-scale studies have found no association or even an inverse association between full-fat dairy consumption and cardiovascular disease. A major analysis published in The Lancet followed over 130,000 people and found that those consuming more dairy, including full-fat options, had lower risks of heart disease. Why might low-fat dairy be worse? When fat is removed, the natural balance of nutrients is disrupted. To improve taste, many reduced fat products add sugar. The satiating effect of dairy fat is lost, potentially leading to increased consumption of less heart-healthy foods. What's troubling is how long health authorities have promoted low-fat dairy as the heart-healthy choice, leading millions to avoid the full-fat versions that might be better for cardiovascular health. Choose plain, unsweetened yogurt, milk, and natural cheeses in their traditional forms. The evidence suggests your heart benefits more from the original versions than from their processed, reduced-fat counterparts. Many common supplements. Your medicine cabinet is stocked with bottles promising heart health, but several commonly taken supplements have been linked to increased cardiac risk in large clinical trials. Calcium supplements provide a sobering example. While calcium from food appears protective, research found that calcium supplements were associated with a 24 to 31% increased risk of heart attacks. Men taking more than 1,000 milligrams of supplemental calcium daily had a 20% higher risk of dying from cardiovascular disease. A review in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found no cardiovascular benefits from multivitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D, or calcium, and actually found potential harms from some antioxidant combinations. Why might supplements harm rather than help? Nutrients in whole foods come packaged with complementary compounds that help your body process them appropriately. Isolated, high-dose supplements can create imbalances and unexpected metabolic effects. Focus on nutrient-dense whole foods rather than pills, and only take supplements for documented deficiencies under healthcare supervision. Stress management through healthy vices. You manage stress with a glass of red wine, dark chocolate, or intense exercise. All healthy ways to handle stress, right? Not necessarily. While moderate alcohol consumption has been associated with heart benefits in some studies, newer research shows even low levels increase certain cardiovascular risks. Stress-motivated drinking often exceeds moderate levels, creating more harm than benefit. Regular physical activity protects heart health, but using intense exercise as a stress management tool can backfire. Studies found that extreme exertion during emotional stress creates a perfect storm that can trigger cardiac events in vulnerable individuals. Even dark chocolate becomes problematic when consumed daily as a stress reliever. The added sugar and calories typically outweigh the antioxidant benefits when it becomes a habitual coping mechanism. The healthier approach? Address stress directly through evidence-based techniques like meditation, deep breathing, and social connection. These methods actually reduce the physiological stress response rather than temporarily masking it with substances or activities that bring their own cardiac risks. These 7 supposedly healthy choices might be quietly sabotaging your heart health. The good news? Once you recognize these hidden cardiovascular threats, you can make truly heart-protective choices based on current science rather than marketing claims or outdated advice. Your heart beats about 100,000 times every day. Make sure your healthy habits are actually supporting each one of those beats, not secretly undermining them.